What up, everybody? Hello, my hat. Okay, hi. This is Ian Ifa Dani Ifa Omi Shango, Ifa Priestess and Spiritual Awakening Doula for the African American diaspora. And I wanted to talk about symbolism and spirituality, specifically as it relates to our spiritual court. So this could be ancestors, deities, fairies, angels, whatever you define your spiritual court to be, and why symbolism exists in my personal estimation for our personal deities. So for me, it is simply a way to have a form of communication between you and that energy, indicating its presence in your life or in an experience. So I may do a couple of these, but today's example is going to be about Shango. So Shango is one of the Orishas in the Yoruba West African tradition of commonly known as Ifa, but the actual that's the divinatory system. Isheshe is the traditional practice, which is where I was initiated into, and then there's Lukumi Santeria, Shango Baptist, Candomblé, and many others. Shango is often associated, at least in the diaspora, with the colors red and white. Shango is the Orisha of thunder, lightning, dance, drumming, strength, virility, action, fire in an action and spirit sort of sense. For me personally, the first time I had a very vivid communication from Shango in a way that was like in a humanesque form was in the dream realm. And in this dream, Shango was massive, like massive, massive. Think like defensive lineman, like 7'12", massive. And he was sitting on a throne. And at that time, I actually did not know Shango lived as a man, as a king. But the way I saw him was a giant. He's a giant, so the throne was giant. Throne sitting in the middle of a village. But there was such a gentleness to him when I interacted with him. So he was massive, but he also had really long locks, like really, really, really long locks. If you want a like what does he look like? Professor Odie on TikTok and Instagram is a very like the resemblance is really uncanny. So you get take all of these things. He's also associated with the number six. So you take all of these things, and now let's say Shango's trying to get my attention in the physical world. Well, what made that look like, or what made that feel like? Well, with Shango being associated with lightning, um, it may feel like I've walked into a static electric field. Often, if I'm channeling Shango, that will be like I'll feel electrified. My god siblings will say when they're looking at me after I've done Oriki, it looks like there's lightning behind me or on me. Um, So I was walking in the park one day, and this particular day was one of those days where I had a talk with Shango. So I'm walking in the park, and I'm not really, I'm just walking and like thinking but not thinking. I'm just walking, and this man, he had a white tee, red shorts on. This man walks up to me, and he stopped, and like the most beautiful smile spread across his face and the compliment, and I was like I didn't say it to him. I was like, Shango. I'm like, it was wild to me, especially considering what had gone on, previously. Most recently, Monday at Juneteenth, I had to walk a good ways and carry my stuff. Yes, I will invest a collapsible wagon before somebody says something, but I had to walk a good ways and carry my items. And so, in doing so, my arms were giving way, my legs were giving way. I was exhausted. So I was like, Shango, please let me borrow some strength so I can keep going. And so various men ended up popping up to help me carry one thing or another in my, moving back and forth towards, between my car and where my spot was at the event. But the last one was really obvious. So first I didn't see him come up on me. It was like, boom, wait a minute. And I'm like, turn around. Like there was no reason for me to think he was talking to me, but I turned around and he was like, not a really big black man, but he was a black man, older, dressed in red. Give me this table. Come on, where you going? And just trash talked me the whole way. Trash talked me the entire way to my car because it was a hump, but he walked me there. It was a hump. I was like, you want some water? Ain't no alcohol. I don't want it. And it was so funny because he kept talking about the fact that he had been dancing all the time. You didn't see me dancing? No, I didn't see you at all, sir. And like even the way there, the way he just stopped and talked to people real extra, like, you know me, don't you? You see me talking to him. Like it was just like, thanks, Baba. I very much appreciate you. It's in those like little things, symbols. When a storm comes, most children of Shango will respond to the storm coming. And oh yeah, why is it raining now? That's funny as heck. That's so funny. But even like the days where I just want to dance, I just want to have fun. Like for me, there could be a few Orisha that I feel that way about, but easily be Shango showing up in that regard. So for me, it's not always simply just message. Even like when I spend time, like, okay, I want to know what it feels like when it's Shango specifically blending with my energy. What does that feel like? So it would be like I know what my intuitive yes feels like. Most people know it's in my nose. There's something my nose does that tells me yes. But with it Shango, it's different. It's still my nose, but it's a different thing happening to my nose, which tells me it's a different energy telling me yes. It's still yes, but it's not simply just my favorite self or my Ori telling me yes. It could be my future self telling me yes. It could be Shango telling me yes, because it's a very, very specific sensation when I receive the yes. So when it comes to like I've seen a few people responding to comments and videos like, how do I communicate or how do I know when my ancestors or someone else is speaking to me? It is in those signs and symbols that you associate with that energy. So if there's someone else that you would like me to do a video on that maybe you feel like I might have insight on, I can do the Orishas. I can do the Orishas of crown and also ones I'm not yet crowned that I know it's coming, but I have like a relationship where I can tell when they're present as well. So let me know if you have questions and things of that nature. Because I thought this was cool when it came up in my head. Like, why do we have symbols for different spirits? And I'm just like, it's a communication tool. It's a communication tool. And you decide what that communication is going to look like, feel like, and things of that nature. So, yeah, I'll do another one. Maybe I'll do the Yemoja next. Yeah. But Ashe, thanks y'all for watching. Make sure you like and share, and I'll see you on the next one.